frequently asked questions on the Savage Warrior Body Program. Hey, welcome back, my friend. I hope you're having a great day. As usual, let's get straight into it. Now, before I start everything, I would like to say thank you to all of you, to all of my subscribers from the bottom of my heart. You know, this journey on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok has been an amazing journey. I got to meet a lot of you, a lot of young martial artists, young warriors, a lot of older warriors, martial artists, you know, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much. I love you all. I hope everything that I say in my videos, the workouts, this and that, I hope it's brought you some type of peace. I don't want to say value, strength. I want to say peace. You know, in the end, the greatest thing a warrior could ever ask for is just inner peace, man. And, you know, the workouts that I give, these videos that I shoot with the talking, I know I deleted some of them. Don't worry about it. I'm going to bring a lot of them back. I hope it brought you some inner peace, inner clarity. And that's all a warrior can really ask for. Now, frequently asked questions on the Savage Warrior Body Program. Now, number one is, who is able to do it? Dude, it's open to everyone. You can be of any age. I got some guys right now, they emailed me. They're in their 60s and they're doing the Savage Warrior Body Program. It's very basic. Understand, okay? I don't want to give out too much, but it's basic. It's just, there's just a lot of boxing. You can kickbox, you can do whatever, but it's just basic unarmed combat. There's not too much muscle work at all. Why? You know, as a warrior, you got to understand, okay, there was a time when I was studying about guys like Bobby Fitzgerald. If you guys know who that is, he's one of the original bare knuckle boxers, original boxers under the Queen. They call it like Queen of England rules or something. But these guys used to box like 100, 150 rounds. A round would end when somebody would fall or get knocked out. So just think like 150 rounds, 70 to about 100 rounds. Dude, that's a lot of rounds. But back then, you know, as a warrior, even if you look into all of these old martial arts, very ancient types of combat, war was war, fighting was fighting. As a martial artist, as a warrior, you really just worked on your technique all day long. There wasn't no auxiliary work. If there was, it would be like weighted shadow boxing or weighted. If you worked with a sword, you would have a heavier type of wood sword, like a bokken, like the samurais. I actually have one, a wooden sword. It was gifted to me from one of my mentors back when I did his program. There's like a little plaque on it. Hopefully, I have it someplace at my parents' house. I didn't bring it to where I live now. I kind of have it somewhere in a storage. Hopefully, I can bring that out, do some training with the wood sword. But basic. It's extremely basic. As a warrior, your number one concern is your skills. So you just work on that. If you really want a warrior type of body, you gotta just practice things that the warrior you are going to use. So for me, a lot of it is just boxing. A lot of kind of, you can say like dirty boxing, but you know, like I'll have my style. On the Savage Warrior Body Program, it's kind of open to you. You gotta just fill in the blanks with the time that I subscribe in the program. Now, you can be of any age. The only thing that you might have to modify if you're older is that it's going to be 2-a-days. In the beginning, you know, for boxers, even old school kickboxers, kung fu, martial artists, road work is very important. A lot of jogging, running. If you're older and you have some back pain, leg pain, you don't recover as well, I suggest toning it down to like a 45-minute to an hour walk. That is very important. You know, when the warrior wakes up, he has to wake up before everybody and he has to get in tune with himself before the chaos of the world comes down upon you. So use that time to walk. If you can't jog, if you can't run, if you can't run far, like 2 to 3 miles, just walk or just do a slow jog for about 45 minutes. You can go to the gym. This is time when you can really get acquainted with yourself, okay? Now understand this. The Savage Warrior Body Program is a very elimination type of program. It really cuts out all the bullshit, even down to the food. It's extremely basic. The The program, like, it's basic. Food, the workouts, 42 days, basic. You got some basic journal prompts. What happens is this. My tagline is become the strongest warrior of your bloodline. In order for you to become the strongest warrior of your bloodline, you got to strip everything back. In this day and age, okay, comfort really like fucking plagues you, man. And because of that, once you take away the sugary foods, the entertainment, you're working out, you don't have to think about eating. It's a carnivore diet. You're just going to be eating red meat, beef, and steak. I give you how much ounces you're going to eat, but it's extremely basic. When you pull all of that back, you don't even care about losing fat, building muscle. You're just caring about what you're doing day by day, following the program. This will help you get in touch with who you are. Once you cut out all the bullshit, okay, you're going to be working out twice a day, carnivore program, you got some basic journal prompts, you'll have so much time in your head to do shit. And you're going to realize, like, damn, I spend a lot of time just eating when I'm bored. If I'm not eating, I'm thinking about eating. If I'm not thinking about eating, I'm probably thinking about what can I do to entertain myself. As a warrior, to really sharpen your mind, you gotta just take everything away from you and give yourself the basic necessities. Once you kind of run this for like 42 days, understand this format. I ran the Savage Warrior Body Program, that format, for about almost 10 months before I jumped on honey with fruits on top of the carnivore diet. So like 10 months, like, and just gunning it hard. You'll survive, dude. It'll be easy, but within that time, okay, the Savage Warrior Body Program is meant for you to come to understand yourself, come to see yourself for who you are, kind of understand the world, and really help you to control your emotions. When you really draw everything back, you have a basic diet, you know what you're going to do day by day, you know what you're going to eat, what time. Everything plays on your mind after that. Like, you're going to see you have so much time to think about stupid shit, thinking about what you want to eat, thinking about this guy, that guy, this guy, that guy, or this problem, that problem. When you have an elimination program like this, you're going to notice all of your triggers, all of your weaknesses, all of your emotional up and downs, your roller coasters. Everything will be revealed to you because you have more mental space to see things. Once you kind of cover yourself on the basic necessities, you're going to see that a lot of things that you battle within your life is created within your mind. Why? Because you can't control your emotions. Why can't you control your emotions? Because as humans, we just like to consume. We only know addition and multiplication. When I take something away, or when you take something away from a human, naturally, they're just in a place of lack. That's negative. If I take away an ice, like you want an ice cream, I take it away from you. It's like, oh, it's a negative action to take something away. Because it's almost like you're stealing, or you're stripping, or you're denying yourself. So, once you start taking things away, you're going to be in this negative space, and you're going to start to see like all of these emotions that you have during the day, all of these resentments, all of these problems are created within your mind because you cannot control your desires. You have this need to control everything. And once you give yourself the basic necessities, good workout plan, a basic diet that'll sustain you, help you to recover, you'll come to see like everything else is almost like bullshit, man. I used to do a lot of off-roading. We call it pipe bugging in the sand. I had cars, 3 kids. I used to drink. I used to do all types of stuff. A lot of stuff in the material world, okay? So like, I love money. I love cars. I love clothes. Once you get yourself on this program, the Savage Warrior Body Program, when I ran myself through it, I've done it multiple times, okay? It's just this time I got to understand everything and get the meanings behind everything. But once you get your body in shape and you kind of see what you need to live, it's amazing. Like, I look around, it's like I don't have to buy motorcycles. I don't have to really ride a skateboard. Like, me going out for a run or just like throwing some kicks, I enjoy it. And like really being fluid with my body, being able to do all these things like pump some push-ups, whatever. I've began to see my body as like this Lamborghini. And I love to drive it around. I love to show it off. I love to move it fast. I love to kind of show it off, at the beach, whatever, And it makes you realize that a lot of shit that we buy is just unnecessary, man. Unnecessary. And as the tagline, becoming the strongest warrior of your bloodline, it's hard for you to become strong when you are blinded by material desires. I'm not gonna say they're bad. I love comfort. Like I said, I love cars, I love clothes, you know, I love money, and I make a good deal of it. But other than that, you know, when it comes to living a very joyful, chipper life, it starts with the body. The body can't really have these good emotions, this chipperness, this electricity, when the mind is just bogged down by, we got to do this, we got to do that. On top of that, you have all these other beliefs that you have within you. The Savage Warrior Body Program is going to reveal all of this muck that you have within you. And from there, you can see, okay, this is what I like, this is what I don't like. So even with the journal prompts, you know, like I said, when you have all this time in your day, you're going to realize like, okay, I took all these comforts away from you. Your brain is going to be going wild because it's trying to hold on to certain comforts, certain things that you've done before for pleasure, for enjoyment, but now you're just eating steak and fucking working out like a madman. So your mind is just going to be going nuts. Then you can kind of see like, within this time where I'm negative, the journal prompts that I have within the Savage Warrior Body, the journaling program that I have you on, it's going to help you to see that, okay, when I get irritated, I can, what you would say, I can control my reaction to the situation. The problem, it's not about me extinguishing the problem. Let the problem be there. I can control how I react to it, how I meld to it. And when you let everything out, go on that really restrictive diet, restrictive workout, you can then react honestly. It's easy for me to be honest to people because I'm just living my truth. I know a lot of people get angry because they can't control their desires. Dude, if you cannot control what you eat, okay? Now, some people are disciplined. They go on a diet, oh, I eat clean, I eat salads, this and that, but they still can't control their anger. They're still just angry people that like to dwell on shit. And for me, it's like, I understand, like, you can't really control yourself. So what I'm going to do is, because I know who I am, I'm kind of empty. I don't have any desires. I don't really desire anything. I'll be honest. My honesty really helps me to just let things flow and puts everything in its correct place. I don't lie to anybody. I tell you, okay, this is what I like, this is what I don't like, but this is how we can fix it. If you don't agree with what I'm doing, then I'm just going to step back. And that's that. There's no hard feelings. You know, I can be where I need to be, fix what I can fix, bring up the positivity where I can be positive. And if it's not serving me, I can step away from it because I'm not attached by emotional desires, okay? And the Savage Warrior program will help you to do that. Now, as far as, like I said, carnivore diet, a lot of people ask about electrolytes. Like I said, before I added in fruits and whatnot, I was running it for like 10 months. Just salt your food. I use a lot of garlic salt on my steak, garlic salt on my ground beef, garlic salt. I'll eat like, what do you call those? Pork belly, bacon. I wasn't really too picky on the protein sources. I mean, meat is meat to me. I just stayed away from chicken because, as they say, you know, chicken is very lean. It's a much leaner protein. On the carnivore diet, you need a lot of fat. The fat will help you to sustain energy, and it'll really combat that effect of being low in electrolytes. So salting the food on top of eating extremely high fats. Before you go on the program, especially if you're older, please consult with a doctor. You got to know who you are. You got to know what you can do, and you got to know your limits. Do it slowly, but if you can whack out the 42 days strict, exactly how I lined it out, go for it, buddy. Now, in the program, I have some dress code prompts. Like I said, you know, it's for the dress code, I have you dressing at your best, you know, regardless of what you're doing, putting your best foot forward. You will never know what it feels like to be the sharpest version of yourself if you don't dress your best every day. I'm at the point where I can just wear short shorts, a tank top. That's like my uniform, basically. But when I go to church, when I go out to places, I have like a collar shirt, I have pants, I wear boots. I have basic boots that I kind of just, I slide on, but they're nice. A lot of it, okay, you got to understand that your physical appearance as well as your dress really represents what's going on within you. You know, like even the shirts I wear, good works. You know, the love of my life bought me this. You know, when you dress well, you kind of cut your hair, you're very, how would you say that? Trying to get the word. But when you're like well put together, it gives you a different like pop in your chest, a stick in your back. And with the elimination diet, you know, you're very disciplined upon yourself. You're gaining some self-respect on top of dressing well. You'll start to see that a lot of people who give you orders is like, dude, you can't tell me anything, man. Like, you dress like shit, you eat like shit, you live like shit. I don't want nothing to do with your life. You can't even give me instructions. And, you know, this is the hard part about the Savage Warrior Body Program. When you get on something so rigorous and very eliminates a lot of things, you'll start to see that a lot of people that you follow suit to are not even in the barriers of respect. Now, I don't want to put anybody down. You know, I learned throughout my life that you gotta listen to people who you admire and you would want their life. I learned from everyone, but a lot of times I learned what not to do. There's like a few guys out there that everything they say, I will take to heart and I will implement. Why? Because they have the life that I want to live. Understand that. I can't listen to too much people. Why? Because they don't have my type of ambitions. They don't have my type of disciplines. They don't have my type of ability to like go against the grain. Like, I don't care about too many rules. Like, my heart is pure. I just really want to expose the best of me. So everything that I'm doing is not meant to really hurt people. Obviously, I'm just shadowboxing, punching the air all day. But I have this drive. I have this energy. On top of that, I have this serious relationship with my partner. I have 3 kids. I have, like, you got to be on a certain level for me to really take your advice. Some people I kind of just see, they say this and that, and I kind of just, okay. But when I measure up to them, it's like, dude, like, I trump you in all places. Physically, mentally, spiritually. All that that's coming out of your mouth is basically just rubbish. And, you know, I'm doing it respectfully to see, you know, where I might step on some toes. But other than that, man, once I get a grip of the game on what I'm trying to do, I'm going to just blow past you. And that's just what it is. You know, it's not a bad thing. Like I said, this program is about becoming the strongest warrior of your bloodline. Once you become the strongest version of you within your family, you're going to be some type of leader. And as a leader, you're going to be going against the grain. Like ancient warriors, when they go venture off into a new land, you got to understand there's just bushes and you got a cane knife. You're the one blazing the path. You can't care about what anyone is saying. Everything falls upon my shoulders. We're in the wilderness, and I gotta just trust my intuition. I gotta trust my training. I really know how to kind of shift through everything because I'm not emotionally attached to anything. And from there, I can lead us to a place where we can all be good, we can all be right, we can all be fit, thick, bringing in money, martial artists, but still have a good heart. And, you know, this Savage Warrior Body Program will do that. Electrolytes, drink water, salt your food. I like to use garlic salt. Sometimes I'll use some sea salt. Butter, like normal butter. I don't go crazy on the whole carnivore, like conspiracy stuff with the tallow and what, just butter and steak, man. Really high cuts of fat. Ground beef, same thing. Very fatty with butter and garlic salt. Like really basic, you know. As far as modifying the program, the main half where you're doing a lot of the unarmed combat, keep that the same. As for the morning workout, you can tone that down to a walk. And like I said, this whole program is for you to become the strongest version of yourself. How do you become the strongest version of yourself? You cut out all comforts. Once you cut out all comforts, you come to understand and see yourself as you truly are. You will be presented a lot of time now because I gave you what time to eat, what to wear, and even what to think and how to do your workouts. The rest of the day, you kind of formulate in your head, once you start feeling that hunger pains or, because you're going to be fasting a little bit, this is where you control your mind. Okay, I'm doing this to become the best version of myself. I'm doing this to become the best version of myself. I'm doing this to relieve myself of all materialistic desires. Why? Because if I'm attached to too much material things, when I lead people, it's going to be very biased. It's going to be based upon what I want and not what's good for them. A lot of people want to lead you based upon what I want or like what they want you to do, not really what's good for you. And, when you see people that have a lot of opinions, they got to uphold some traditions, they got to uphold some responsibilities at home. If you don't understand how to feed your family and feed yourself on a very basic level, just food, water, and positive thinking, oh man, you're going to be leading people in like circles and, you're going to be wondering like, how come I'm having so much mental and emotional turmoil? It's because you have physical attachments to a lot of things. So the Savage Warrior Body Program is meant for you to strip away. I like to call it muck. When you're looking in the water is you can't really see a reflection. Depending on how dirty the pond is, the Savage Warrior Body Program is like a filter, which filters out the water. So you can see yourself clearly. You can see your emotional triggers. You can see what type of individual you are when you take away comfort. You can see what type of individual you are when you're hungry. You can see what type of individual you are when you're hungry and people ask you of stuff. You can see how you analyze people. You can see how you analyze yourself. You can see how you feel like when you're wearing clothes that kind of present you in a much richer light. If you might feel fake, you might be like, like me, I like to wear tank top and Vans, man. That's how I grew up. I'm a rebel, BMX, skating, X Games, Blink 182, Slipknot. That was just me going against the grain. So, when I wear some of these things, yeah, I feel a little stick up on my back. And sometimes I feel like a fraud. But in the end, it helps you to understand. Why do you feel like that? I feel like that because I like to go against the grain. I'm a rebel at heart. And I like to just push the envelope. I don't like to think about any gains, any rewards. I don't care about showing off. In me, I gotta fulfill this understanding that I have unlimited potential. And the Savage Warrior Body Program will strip all of that away. It'll help you to see the potential within you, your ability to kind of just live off of basic needs, and your ability to push yourself off of the basics while tuning your mind to be sharp and positive no matter what is going on. And that's what it is. If you have any more questions about the Savage Warrior Body Program, put it down below. For everyone, again, all of my subscribers, I love you all. For those who bought it, I appreciate you to the fullest. I hope you are getting great results. You guys are emailing me, commenting to me on all the results you guys are getting. I'm extremely happy for that. I'm extremely excited for you to feel what I feel. Just that, but then yet, calm. And then when I look at the problem, it's like, okay, all you got to do is just shh, and go, and shh. You're going to have these up and downs. But you will begin to realize, like, when it's time to turn it on, you can turn it on. When it's time to pull it back, you're all right with pulling it back. You're not sitting down like, I gotta sit down because of this, right? Like, you're all right with it. Because I know I can pull it back. I can really put some intensity there, put some intensity there. I can watch my family grow everything, look sharp, look good. Like, I don't want to brag upon my program, but it's going to help you a lot, all right? And until then, just always remember, train hard and be kind. Let's go.